Good morning, welcome to a new studio vlog. It's Monday today and this week we are going to be making notebooks. So let's get into the video, shall we? Hi, I'm Amanda and here at ALLJArt we make mistakes, learn from them, encourage each other and grow together. So if you want to join in on the journey of becoming the artist that you want to be, then hit subscribe and the bell and come along for the ride. So it's Monday, like I said. I have a lot of things planned. Today though I need to sort of take some time to record a lot of videos for the coming weeks because Caden's going to be off on the 9th of October to the 21st, I think it is. I can't remember exactly, but Caden and Matt are both going to be off. So I took a week off of CCing, so I don't actually have any CC to do. Why am I so happy about that? Honestly, it does take up a lot of my time and makes me not be able to do certain things. I don't have enough time to make my own videos or do my own art. So I have a whole week off from the most frequent of clients. The other two I've decided not to take off because they only post 1 or 2 videos. Well, 1 video a week, if not none. So I am just going to have a nice week off and I'm excited about it, but a week off to work more is basically the key to this because I have been struggling to keep up with everything that I want to do, and I have to do some sketches and prep for things that I want to do in October. I was going to do a whole 31 list, but I think I'm only going to do half of the list or just the ones that really inspire me, because I have a lot of other things that I want to post on Instagram, like shop stuff, 100-day project stuff, and you know, flashbacks and things like that. So I don't want to just have this October project in my mind, but the October project is going to be digital only. Yeah, I've decided just to do it digitally because the 100 project is gouache, the October project is digital. I don't know exactly what to call it because I am using a lot of different prompts. Mostly it's from Pixie Stick's prompt. There are a couple of our other artists involved in that too, but that's that. Tomorrow I have an exciting thing coming. I've got 50 boxes arriving because I want to be able to start planning to make bulkier things, and also I need to send quite a lot of stuff to Liz when I get her as a pen pal. So I decided to just invest in the boxes now. They won't probably be used for a long time because if I can send something flat then I would rather do that. But anyway, that's the thing that we're doing. But yeah, I had my camera on charge. I don't exactly know how much battery I've got left, but I need to just start on the videos, and I'm going to do October sketches today, and I'm also going to do a paint-in for a friend of mine, which I can't really show, so I probably shouldn't be doing this one first, but we're going to do it anyway because I want to turn it into a acrylic gouache first impressions video, because I want to paint whatever I'm painting with the acrylic gouache. So I might just do it today and then I will post it another day because I have at least 8 videos that I want to record this week, maybe more if I can fit them in. So we're gonna be doing that and I'm excited to do that. But the first thing is first, obviously I'm gonna record those things because I have time to do that just now, and then I'll get back to you in the vlog when I start doing the notebook thing. Let's get working on that, shall we? A new day is here, a new week is here. I hope that you had an awesome one. Tell me what you were up to this week in the comments below, and I will talk to you in a bit. Hello, so I have recorded my gouache painting tutorial thing, and this camera actually only has 14% battery now, but I'm really happy with what I have done today. I am going to put this on charge, so hopefully you don't mind the fact that you're probably going to miss out on all of the b-rolly bits, because I need to use this camera for all of my other videos. So anyway, I'm gonna put you on charge. Okay, hello, we are on the top view of my desk and I was thinking about the kind of books that I want to make. I have looked into Traveller's notebooks, but I don't know how many people that watch my videos or that buy from my shop are into Traveller's notebooks. That's a more sort of bullet journal-y thing, and I'm not a bullet journal channel, so I don't know how many people would be into that, and I really just want to make books that people can sketch or take notes in. So I have this paper that I actually used for my writing sets, and by the way, you can actually get these for 10% off if you put in the code delicious10. There are 5 left, and once they are gone, I'm not going to be selling any more, so there's 5 packs left, and you can get them on my shop. I just thought I would mention that because I really want to get rid of them, so I thought that I would put a discount code there so that people would be more inclined to buy them. So this is the same paper, and remember when I was really shocked and upset that I got these cards with the envelopes that I bought for these? Well, I thought that I could make use of them, at least. Apart from this one, I'll probably make that my tester one actually, and use these as the covers for the books. Again, they are quite thin, but another idea that I have is using a piece of photo paper, which again, it's not really thick, but it is thick, but it's not too thick, not book cover thick, but the covers would be a little bit more protected. And also I'm thinking about getting a laminator, so I could laminate these and make them proper books. And the way that I would end up doing that is I would probably trim the edge off of these, maybe do it in signatures, trim an edge off of these that I fold, and leave this an A4 size so that the cover definitely covers the paper inside. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but I thought that it would be really cool to just at least give it a try. I don't know if anybody's going to be interested in these, but it's something that I want to do, and I think that it's fun to make your own books. Another thing that I thought that I might be able to do is make, make more of these and do it double-sided and use these as covers for the book. Now they are watercolour papers, so the finish of them is not going to be the best for books because they will get disgusting, like this. This is my scrapbook paper, but you can see it picks up a lot of dirt and just a lot of nastiness on it. This is going to be my next bullet journal, which I could make bullet journals as well. I don't know if you can see, but I've printed dots on this paper so that I could use it as an actual bullet journal book, but I haven't stitched it together because I don't want to be tempted to use this before my other one's out, and I want to start this one at the start of the year. But I think I will make new covers for them and try and protect it in some way. I don't know how I'm going to do that, especially since I put all these dots here and then changed my mind and only did 3 on either side. So yeah, I don't know what would be the best option, so I'm going to go through that again. I could actually paint on a watercolour sheet, double-sided, so I would do it on both sides so you don't get this nastiness, and then laminate it, fold it, use that as a cover. I could also use the photo paper, print a pattern on it and use that as a cover, laminate it maybe. Or I could use these actual cards that I got as covers for A6 notebooks. I could print a design on this, or I could leave them blank, up to the person. I'm going to make the 3 of them and I'll probably use them myself. Another thing that I was thinking about was whether I should make dotted, lined, grid or blank, or all 4 of them. I'm not sure. I'm just going to do blank right now because I don't want to waste a lot of ink with the lined paper and not really like it. But I've got a bunch of this paper, so I thought that I could test with this. So obviously if I'm going to do this one, I would have to cut this in half. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one first and I'll cut it in half and see how that goes. This is my new paper trimmer, by the way, and I'm really scared that I broke it. I don't know if you can see, but you probably can't. But there's a gash in here because the blade went across there when I put too much paper in it. So I'm going to be really careful about that. But I have 5 sheets here, so we're going to hopefully make a 10-page notebook. So this is, I want this to be A5. Sorry, I just knocked the camera with my head. So just clip the end of this paper just to hold it together. And line it up with the A5, like so. Make sure it's straight and there we go. So now with this I can make 2 notebooks out of this. I will fold it in half, and I can even use my bone folder. Where's my bone folder? To flatten it, make sure that it's nice and straight. And then I will have this in here as well. So as you can see, it is a little bit not straight, but I can trim the edges. So apparently to help you with this, you line them up. I just need to get better at cutting. That's something that I'm not really that good at. Fold it, clip it, so that it doesn't move. And then we can see if we can trim off the edges here, so that it's like that. So it's a little smaller than A6. Okay, that was a fail. Why? I do actually think this would be better with not a paper trimmer, but a paper guillotine. I kind of wish I did not invest in this thing. Actually, let's test that. Hold on. I'm convinced that this paper cutter is like cheaper version of the one that everybody has. Yeah, I think it's just the, like, that many sheets is too much for this cutter. Obviously I won't be selling that. So I think maybe they need to have less sheets, but I don't want there to be like no sheets in it just because I can't cut them. So maybe I should get a Stanley knife and a ruler and do it that way. I can't cut this because I want to do it with my left hand. And the right-handed scissors, we get our long stapler here. And you can measure this, but I don't think I will. And staple. I did these backwards actually. It should be so that the staples are like that. Oops. And it's not in the center, so this was a fail. Yeah, because that's, let's try that again. So what I could do is trim a little bit off the edge here so that it's like that. I think I would honestly be better with stitching them, but again, you have to cut it to size, otherwise it's not going to work. So put this in here, make sure it's dead in the middle. I could just not cut them and they could be not straight edged, but that would bug the living daylights out of me if they're not straight. Right, so if we clip this, sorry, my head was getting in the way, so I'll cut that out, but I didn't even staple all the way through. Wow, this is a lot harder than it looks, you know. Anyway, that's closer to the edge. And then I can't trim that because it's too little to trim. If you get my meaning, there's not enough to trim, especially on that paper cutter. Let's try the trimmer, see if it works this way. Did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. But still, was a better attempt than this. And I like them. I think they're really cute. And then obviously you got 20 pages, which I like. I think that's why, because when you try and cut 20 pages folded, it's not going to work very well. But 10 pages should work. See now, yeah, I've ruined that. Now that's shorter than that, so maybe I should cut them like this. Line it up to the absolute edge. Obviously I would cut it straighter than that, but when you fold it, now the pages are actually inserted into there. Same with this side, I would just cut the tiniest little edge off like that, and then the book is actually a book inside and the pages are wonky, but I would have to perfect the cut basically. But if you turn it this side, obviously that's cut off too much now, but I would buy that for maybe 5p. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below, because I have no idea what to do about this. I think that it's much easier to make pages fit properly like this, and yes, they do come out a little bit, but isn't that the charm of making books? Like, they are handmade and you can tell. I don't know, I'm just trying to justify the fact that I'm rubbish at making books. Or maybe if I really want to make notebooks, I should just get them ordered. I do want to try it with this though, but I really like this paper, so I don't want to use it because I like it too much. But I do really want to try making a book cover with this. I don't want to fold it too much, but how cute would that be as a book? And it's like different whatever way you look at it, and it can be whatever way you want. I like that idea. And then in the middle, inside would be watercolour washed as well, and I could even leave a little white space here for like this book belongs to or whatever. I don't know, it's just an idea. It's just an idea. I am going to be doing a video updating you on my 100-day project. I now have 13 of them, and I'm going to be doing more, and I will be making a separate video for that. I just thought I would come on here and tell you what I was thinking about these notebooks and just see what was happening with that. But yeah, I mean, I do feel that these just plain, I don't think are good enough to sell in my shop. I think I would have to make up a little pattern or something to put on them, but I'm just so uncreative these days. I just don't know what to do about it. So your suggestions would help if you, or you could just say don't do it again because you're absolutely terrible and it's shocking and it's too much work for you, and just move on to something else basically, because look at this. Anyway, it's been 25 minutes that I've been recording this for, so I'm gonna go and record more videos. So I don't have a care in the world for this paper cutter, so I'm gonna test it on this, and if I can do it this way and it works, then I am going to do it this way forever. So I'm just going to use 3 sheets this time because I don't want to waste the sheets, and I'm actually going to test it with a photo paper thing because, yeah. And I'm going to do it 1 sheet at a time so that it's perfect, and we're going to just see if we can do this properly. Because I'm really annoyed that I can't do it, and I thought maybe notebooks just isn't for me right now until I can invest in like an industrial cutter. But can you imagine me trying to use an industrial cutter when I can't even use a normal one? So yeah, we're gonna test this, we're gonna see, and if this works then this is the way that I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna use a paper trimmer at all, I'll just use a Stanley blade, and I'll go to Hobbycraft and I'll buy a cutting mat, or I'll get one delivered to me. I'll probably get one delivered because I can't be bothered driving right now to Hobbycraft, and I don't really want to go to a shop where I have to wear a mask, so yes. But if this works and if I can get it straight and it looks good, then this is what we're gonna do. And I'll probably do them A5 until I can get A5 paper to make it A6, if you get what I mean. Because I just want to avoid cutting paper at all costs. So there we go, we have a little signature here. and I am going to make this into my cover. And if this works, I will invest in a laminator, because I think that laminators will be really handy for other projects, and it'll just be good. So, and they're really cheap anyway. You can get laminators for pretty cheap. So here's my cover, nice and shiny. And this means that I can do more pages as well. I don't have to limit it to 10 for the pages. I shall be happy with that. And then we're going to staple them before we cut them, because we want to make sure that it's going to line up perfectly. Good, I got it right in the middle. A5 is much easier. That was not lined up the same, but whatever, it's just a test. Okay, so here's my little book. I made it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll need to get a heavy duty ruler as well, so that I can put it down and make sure that it's straight. But we are just going to line this up to where I want to cut it, and just go along the edge of this. Make sure we don't cut ourselves. Okay, so obviously when I get an actual cutting mat, I won't have that edge annoying me. I like that better. I've made a book. I think this is the best way to go, to be honest, if you don't want to invest in an industrial cutter. So this is a 12-page book, but I could make up to 20 pages now because of the whole Stanley blade thing. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to test this out like really well. So I'm gonna use another one of these, and I'm gonna use 10 sheets so you get 20 pages. The thing is though, I will need a heavy duty ruler to be able to do it this way, and I don't know if that's going to be a good thing, because I don't know what ruler to get, and I don't want to buy a ruler if it's going to be rubbish. And to be honest, to get this really straight, it's pretty easy to do it with this, but then over time I will damage this and also dull the blade quicker, so I'm not sure what to get. I had a little quick look online to see what would be the best one, but yeah, that's it's difficult, let's put it that way. But I'm quite excited. Whoa, I'm quite excited about this, because if I can get this to work properly the way that I want it, then that means that I will be able to make these books in the way that I definitely want them, which is the watercolour route, and then get the laminator as well. I'm going to cut 3 sheets at a time because I don't trust this thing to cut more than 3 sheets basically. So I'm hoping that this is half. Is this going to be half? And cut. This cutter does not give a decent straight cut, let me tell you that. Okay, so now we have a stack of paper. If I move this out the way, we're getting there. Now I want to fold these, but I want to do it individually because I don't want it to be rubbish. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, that didn't even cut straight. I think my paper trimmer, the one that I always go back to, is going to be the one that does what I want it to the most. Cut it through straight and good. Okay, before I finish doing that, I wanted to show you these. These are the very first books that I actually made, so they are not the best. I mean, this one's really loose, but I think that I would prefer, and I would be really happy with selling books like this rather than notebooks. I would like the notebooks too, but I think these would be really cool to sell because I could put whatever paper I want in them and I don't need to worry about staples going through or whatever. This is actually Daylight Rooney smooth watercolour paper. I can't remember what paper I put. This is the very first book that I made, and you can tell, but it's a great little sketchbook. I think it was supposed to be watercolour paper, but I made it, and obviously it's got gross over time because I've been using it and stuff, but these wouldn't be gross. But look how many pages you can fit in here. So I don't know, we'll have a play about and see what would be the best way. My nails keep falling off and it looks gross. But to sell these, I think I would probably do 1, 2, 3 signatures each and the cover. So obviously I would need to buy the paper and then use the paper backings for the covers, and I would just perfect that so much that it would be good. And then I would have the thread as well. I don't know how much these would be, probably, well, I'm going by expensive books here, but I would probably sell these for £10 each. 10 to £13 depending, but yeah, it depends on how many, because they're handmade, right, and I'm using a whole pad of paper basically to make them. So that's probably about £6, and then the string, and then obviously the paper that I use to cover them would be money, and then the paper that I paste inside them too. But let me know what you think if you would like to buy one of these from my shop. And obviously I wouldn't be able to make a bunch of them at a time, so they would be limited edition basically, and they would all be different. So the paper in them would be different, the cover, well obviously I might choose a paper. Maybe I'll do a poll and see what paper people would like best. I think watercolour paper and smooth watercolour paper and cold press watercolour paper would probably be the better one, because then you can use whatever medium you want. I think the smooth one would be better for actually drawing things in. And then I could even experiment and try and like get bigger sheets and make square and stuff. So that would be a project that I would want to do, but it's just time consuming, so that's why I would have them be ALLJArt, and I would also only have a few of them in my shop at a time and they would sell out. Whereas with these kind of paper notebooks, they would be easier to make, and I could just make them on demand. Like if anybody, obviously they would be much better than this, but I could make them on demand, and people could, if somebody ordered one, then I would just make it on there and then. Anyway, I'm gonna continue with this folding business. It's just really to have something different and unique in my shop. I don't want to just sell the usual pins, and well, I do want to sell pins eventually, but it's just something that you can make at home. And I want my shop to be about handmade products as much as possible. That's why I was even looking into how to actually make wooden pins at home. And there is a few ways that you can do it. You can send a manufacturer the shape that you want and then you can paint it, or you can buy a laser cutter and cut them yourself, or you could obviously make the clay pins and paint those. You could make shrink wrap plastic, shrink plastic pins and add the back ends on yourself. There's plenty of cool things that you can do that are homemade. Obviously they're not going to be as luxurious as enamel pins or pins from the manufacturers, but that way you've got so much quality control and you can feel better about making something yourself. Also, I'm really sorry if this is boring everybody, but I wanted to do this so that I can show you just the trial and error and how I struggle so much to do things on my own. I haven't looked at very many tutorials either for this, so I'm just doing it by myself, just trying to see what works and what doesn't, and then if something works I'll do it, and if something doesn't then obviously I won't. So and I'm just doing it with the supplies that I have just now, and then obviously if I do like it and if you like it, then I will invest in better supplies. So I'm going to have a lot of blue ones. That's another thing as well. I think that my stapler only staples through 10 sheets as well, so I don't think this is going to work with these. I think I might have to cut it in half. We'll try it, and if it doesn't work, then obviously that's what we'll do with it. But did that work? No, see, it's not coming all the way through. So how many sheets do I need to take off for that to have worked properly? So this only does 10 sheets of this small paper, the stapler. So I don't know if this is going to be good enough to actually sell. Let's see. I could bind these by stitching them as well. There's all different possibilities. It doesn't have to be a staple. I could sew them. I could glue them. Just get a vise and glue them. That would be an option. Okay, so let's try and line these staples up exactly. Again, it's just a test. Okay, it wasn't straight. If we put this up like that, and I can line it up properly. Okay. Oh. So that didn't work either. Trial and error. Trial and error. This is supposed to staple 10 sheets. We've got 7 sheets now. Let's see. Why is it not going all the way through? Is it just me being stupid or what? Like, I can't even staple something. No, it's not going through still. Why? It goes through on that side, so I don't understand. Is this stapler broken? Have I broken the stapler? Because this should work. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was because I was doing it in the same place. Right. So that makes me think I could actually staple more sheets than I have been. Nope, that's not working. I think I'm putting more pressure on one side of the stapler than the other, so I think that's what's happening. Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. Okay, that's fine. Right, so now what I do, or what I will do, or try to do at least, is get this. Where's my Stanley Black knife? Okay. Put this under here like so. Get it as close to the edge as possible. Hold this down and cut. Wait, I just put it. Is that still going to be straight? Probably not. Okay. So there we go. Perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better than what the cutter did, I guess. I think this little booklet is cute, and it's just for notes. So I would probably add lined paper to these, or dotted grid paper, depending. Maybe I'll just do dotted because I don't even like lined. And I just want to make products that I would use, so I think I would probably just print dots on this paper and have a little dotted notebook. So so far I've managed to do 20 sheets, 20 pages, 20 pages. Is that why I was doing that? Because of the cover as well, I think that's why I was doing that. So 20 sheets of paper with a nice pastel blue cover. Let me know what you think. Is this good enough, or would you prefer something like this and not even bother with this? I need to use up all of this these cards somehow, and I think that would be a good way to do it. Maybe if I print my logo on the back and some sort of pattern on the front. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It would probably be in black, obviously, just for it to show up on this coloured paper, but yeah, I'm happy with my experiments, and I think we're good. My Stanley Blade's locked again. I think we're good. I like it. I do also want to make more packets like this. I really love these. I think they're really cool. And they're good for notes as well, if you just want to take notes. I want to try and do memo pads where you glue the edges and things. I just want to try everything. So yeah, I really like this idea, except obviously it would have a different design on them. And cuter, I guess. Just for memo notes. So here's the progression. This was the first one, which failed miserably, but I'll still use it. It's a waste of paper if you don't. Here's the second one, which again, I mean, it didn't fail that much, and I do kind of like the fact that the notes don't reach all the way to the edge of the paper. And then here's my final. Obviously still needs a little bit of testing and cutting and stuff. I think I would be much more confident if I was standing up and was directly above it. So yeah, but I just did it sitting down so that you could see and my head didn't get in the way. But yeah, there's my test art. Obviously again with the staples, that's another thing that is going to be needing to be looked at. So those are my tests. And again, the paper would probably be like this, where I've printed dots on them. This paper is a little bit thicker, actually, than this paper. This is cardstock, and that's just high quality copy paper, basically. But I actually like drawing on it because it's so smooth. This, I may as well turn this into a little book as well, since it's here. See if we can get the staples right this time. The key for this is just not to be scared. And just to go for it. Cute! I like them! I think they're cute. Obviously this is, actually that's 20 sheets as well. So that's the exact same. Look how cute they are though! They're actually really cute. I'm actually really happy with them. Obviously I need to trim this one. There we go. Little notebooks. I think they're really cute. I really like them. But I think I'm actually going to end it here. Basically just have this be a notebook video, and then in the next video we'll talk about the packaging thing, because I feel like I won't be able to talk about it as fully as I would like to. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!